Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. I'd like to thank everybody for pulling in and pulling up. So today we actually managed to steal a little bit of extra time, and what we have here is another dead body corpse of a package unit AC. I actually did a video on this AC and it was removed not too long ago. I'll add a link to the video at the end of this video and you guys can see the process of removing one of these package units used for cooling electrical enclosures. So today's gonna be the day where we actually try to give this thing a second life. Hopefully it can have a second chance like I got in life. So if it can, and we can save it, because this condenser coil looks pretty bad, we will get this all on camera. And today I got my partner with me. He's gonna go ahead and take care of this thing, do a little training session, but we'll go ahead and get this on film and let everybody see the whole process on how to open one of these up, get everything cleaned up, and we will find out if we still have the effective cooling on this, and we will go from there. So let's get started. To start, we're going to go ahead and do a little vacuum job and just kind of get all of this loose dust and debris off of the unit. And as soon as we get the little vacuuming done, then we'll go ahead and start the surgery and open this bad boy up. So we will, once we finish vacuuming, we will get to that. Alright, so we're back. So now that we got the unit somewhat cleaned up and got most of the fiber off, it's actually getting its color back. So the unit's actually cleaning up really nice, and it looks like a AC unit again. This thing was highly disrespected. So for over here, let me turn my light on. We are going to be using this tool, which is a air conditioner heat exchanger or coil straightening brush or tooth or guide. So I'm just going to kind of run this along the coils and just be straightening them up, and at the same time it picks out all the dirt and the fiber, as you can see here. So let me get rid of this, and so I'm gonna go ahead and work through this little process, and as soon as I get done I will flip the camera back on and we can check it out. Alright, so these condenser coil fins have obviously taken a beating, so I have got a lot of them straightened out, but this is obviously turning into a bigger kind of job than I expected. But either way, if you get these the fin combs, they actually, you could start at one end and just kind of gently work your way through, and as soon as you hit a bind, you just kind of pull it and just massage it out, and that is how you would straighten out the fins on a AC either condenser coil. Especially working pretty good for this small little package unit, because this little package unit has taken some tremendous damage, and I have gotten most of the fins straightened out to this point. So we are going to actually gain a lot more heat rejection if the fins can actually pass air. So I'm going to continue to work on getting these fins and then trying to get all the sticky resin off of these coils, and hopefully get this thing opened up sometime today. And I was hoping to get it on camera having this thing open, but I'm getting bound up just trying to straighten out these fins. So this is the process, and we are straightening out the fins, but it is a time consuming process, but it is necessary if you are trying to salvage the life of a package unit. So there we go. Look at that.
Also, you just massage it up and down once you get the grip on it instead of kind of flinging it out?
Yeah. But you're gonna have to kind of do both, a little bit of both.
Oh man, that shit, somebody hit it hard. One of these binders, dog.
There we go, 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 there we go.
What made it easy is the simple green and stuff.
Yeah, it made it.
It's kind of glided through.
Yeah. It's like a lubricant.
Damn, you're making this shit look beautiful, dog.
Well, yeah, you gotta have it exchange air. There, these ones are a little bit jacked up, but it's going through. That is probably as good as it's gonna get.
What about this one down there?
Yeah, I'm gonna get that right now. All right, so there you have it. Using my fin tool, my little fin tool pick or brush, we have managed to take all the major dents out of this condenser coil and straighten out all those fins. So now every exchange of air is going to be a lot better than what it has been. And this process has taken about 45 minutes. I have used a small concentration of simple green to actually help the process, more like a lubricant, in getting this condenser coil clean. This isn't like your typical AC unit where you can actually pull the coil or pull the housing off the coil and then clean it. This is a very compact package unit, so this is probably the best process that can be used to get this thing back into condition. So if anybody is out there, you can order these from McMaster Car, a little fin kit made by Hillmore, and they have 6 different sizes depending on your particular coil, whatever coil you have. So yeah, this thing has definitely saved the day, and lately it has been ACs gone wild. I have been pretty much working on nothing but ACs, but that is typical for an average California summer. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to removing the outer cover from this unit, and we will get back on camera when that process is done. Alright, so we're back. I have now removed all the exterior screws from the perimeter on this unit. So now I'm gonna go ahead and try to take the cover plate off. I've been fighting with this little piece of rubber that somebody glued on here, and they put some extreme adhesive, and I've been fighting with this corner right here trying to break that bond free. I finally got it, so now let's go ahead and see if the unit will open up now. I'm pretty sure now is the moment. There we go. Man, I spent about a half an hour fighting that glue. I did not put that on camera. So we got to be careful, because look at the look at the screen, it's still attached. So keep an eye out for the wiring on that screen. So pull that. So we're gonna go ahead and pull the cables off of this computer screen so that we don't rip the cables. Looks like it's attached. Is that it looks like it's a screw.
It is a screw to it.
So we have a cable whip attached to the front end, the programming module, and we're gonna have to get that whip off, unless, oh no, it's got some slack. So let's go ahead and slide it back on the cart. And once we slide it back on the cart, we could actually take the front plate off. All right, yeah, there we go. It's got a little bit of slack. Ooh. So there we go, folks. The unit is now open. Yeah, disconnect that. There we go. So now we just get that. Let's get that. It looks like a 10 millimeter. Let's get a 10 millimeter and take that whip off of there. Yeah. So here we have the compressor. We have the filter dryer. We have the condenser coil, and here is the evap coil, along with our inside blower. And this is our condenser fans. Yep, so that is pretty much an entire AC circuit. And luckily for us, they have included access ports to the refrigeration line. So that is helpful. Now I can get some manifold gauges and see if there is a pressure present inside the AC unit based off the refrigerant specs. But this is basically it. This is the process on how to hopefully repair and clean out a enclosure package unit. And I find myself doing this about every summer when we have the part of the year when ACs go wild. All right, so now that we have got the programming module whip removed, we have the front end or the cover plate loose, and we're gonna go ahead and get some compressed air and some wipes, and we're gonna go ahead and start to clean up this little fan module unit and take all of this conductive fiber off of these conductors, and we're gonna go ahead and get everything all cleaned up, and then we will power the unit on and we will feel for cooling with the thermometer, and then we will see where we are at that point. So stay tuned. All right, so while my partner is blowing off the last bit of that condenser coil fan, I'm gonna finish up cleaning up this condenser coil, and I've sprayed a little bit of simple green on it, and I'm gonna go ahead and get the last little bits of this fiber out of those edges that were actually covered from the enclosure cover plate. So this little fin cleaning tools are a definite plus if you want to try to repair and recoup these package units. And I go through a lot of them since almost every piece of machinery in multiple buildings that we operate out of have these enclosure cooling fans, cooling AC units. All right, so there it is, folks. I got most of that debris out of there. So now I'm going to take it to give it some light compressed air and to make sure that everything passes through. And actually this repair is actually worth the cost, since these small units are about $3,000 a piece. So to just be able to take it apart is definitely worth it, and keeping up with our spare parts and repair parts. All right, so now that we got the unit all cleaned up and the coil straightened out, everything kind of wiped off, and we cleaned out the evap coil, we also got the blowers, the blower fan fins all cleaned out, and they were severely clogged. So this thing really wasn't passing a tremendous amount of air. So now I want to plug in my controller and my fans, and we'll just go ahead and feel for cool before we button this bad boy up. All right, so we have loosely pieced together the unit, and we have the unit operating, but for right now I'm gonna go ahead and set the temperature set point to a little bit lower so we can call for cool. So out of the box, the program code for these ice cube enclosure coolers are 1, 2, 3, 4. So let me go ahead and turn this light off. Hopefully you guys can see. So I will select. So we are set for 80 to 80. So let's go ahead and set our set point for 70. Select. And we will set our alarm for 100. That would be our high alarm. And we'll set that for 100. Select. And that's fine. That is our low alarm. And we should be good. There we go. So we are illuminated. We are calling for cool. We are at 76 degrees, which that temperature will never change because we are not actually cooling a space. We are cooling open air. But as soon as I feel the evaporator coil fan, we are definitely blowing cool air. So we have our set point for 70 degrees, and the air that we are blowing out is down to 73 degrees is what we are expelling. So that is a small coil. I'm not sure what the gas is in this unit, but we definitely feel a lot cooler than the ambient temperature air in this room. The air in this room is about 86 degrees. It is hot. It is summer. It is sweaty. It is nasty. And this AC unit is feeling really good right now. I'm not gonna lie. So we will go ahead and put this onto some type of an enclosure. Now that it is all cleaned up, the coils have been repaired, and we will give it a second chance of life. So I want to thank everybody for watching. I really appreciate everybody for stopping by and hanging out and kind of watching this little process. And I will see everyone on the next one. Stay safe out there. Later.